3.96 weeks of housing supply, my friends. We have fallen under a 4-week supply of homes for sale in Massachusetts. Anthony Lamacchia here with Lamacchia Realty. All right, that was my news anchor impression. But in all seriousness, I just ran the numbers and I looked at the total amount of homes that we have for sale and the total amount of homes going under contract every week, and we have fallen below a 4-week supply. That is absolutely mind-blowing. It's historic. It's something that as long as I've been doing this, I've never seen. And it really just goes to show what a complete outrageous situation has been created because of COVID-19, driving more and more sellers to not list their homes, being scared to list their homes. Then there's so few people listing that many others are scared to list because they don't know where they're going to go. And here we are with under a 4-week supply of housing. That means that if nothing else was listed starting today, in under 4 weeks, there would be nothing left for sale. Think about that. It's absolutely fascinating. It's historic. It's unusual. It's incredible. And we're going to be talking about it a lot this week. Maybe the Globe or someone like that will do a story on it because it is worthy of that kind of story. A normal housing market, they say, is somewhere around a 4-month housing supply where you get like an equilibrium of buyers and sellers. I think that's a little high when when I tell you that, I'm talking nationally. But I mean, this is just bananas, folks. So let me take you through the numbers so that you can see what's going on, and I will walk you through. Okay, so I'm going to zoom just so that you can fully see it. And you can see that, let me go up. Sorry, I was supposed to start up top. Last week, 1,436 homes were listed. Now, it's normal for less homes to be listed going into the holiday weekend. If you remember right, last week I said list your home. Don't be these people that don't list because of the holiday because you'll regret it. And honestly, will you regret it? Maybe not, but because you'll still sell this week. But the lack of homes for sale is incredible, and it just got exacerbated because of the holiday week. Now, this week, we'll make up some ground, right? But we're not going to get much above a 4 or 5 week supply here anytime soon. And this is why I literally laugh out loud when people tell me that the market is going to crash, because it is impossible for that to happen with a lack of supply. 1,436 homes listed for sale last week. This week will be more, probably 2,500-ish, maybe a little more to make up for last week being the holiday. But I don't expect it to be substantially more. You can see the weekly trends on the years prior. Right there, we scroll down, showing activity decreased, no surprise, supply of homes for sale. So what I did is I took this 10,600 number, and if you punch it into a calculator, and you divide that by 2,674, that is the amount of homes that went pending last week, you will come up with 3.96. That is fascinating, folks. I've never seen such a thing, okay? Now we go down further, and this is the amount of homes sold in a week. Obviously, last week is one of the busiest. It's normally the busiest week of the year for home selling, but that won't be the case this year because the year got pushed forward. So likely at the end of July, that will probably be the largest week for homes sold. Into August, it's going to be, everything is pushed forward. It reminds me of the year of 2015 with all the snow, but it is worse. So you can see more homes sold last week than in any other single week the entire year at 2019. Not 2019 the year, but 2019 homes. Now look at this, 25% of the homes that are for sale went under contract. Now, I talked to many of you about this, and I said, look, it will not go very much over 20%. Well, I'm not necessarily wrong about that, okay? I'm not necessarily wrong about that. It was a holiday week, so less was listed, but the buyers were still out there, and that's what I said was going to happen because the buyers are out there absolutely going crazy. Look at that. Manuel, I don't know Manuel, but he says the Southwest Florida market is on fire. I've heard that, my friend. We have a 1.8 month supply of homes for sale. That is extremely low. The fact that we are below a month is mind-blowing. And it's something that sellers they're missing out if they're not listing. Jack Attridge, one of the best realtors I know up in the North Shore, said, what's holding sellers back? He knows the answer. COVID-19, there's a certain percentage of sellers that are saying, the hell with it. I'll list next year. I don't want people coming to my home. I'll list in 2 years. That has a tendency to be the people that are downsizing, the empty nesters. They're the ones that can easily say, forget it. Then, because that's happened, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You get less people to list, and what happens? Less people list because they don't know where they're going to go, okay? So I'm going to jump back to the stats and finish those out, and then we'll take more questions. If I scroll down, you can see the average price for a home in Massachusetts has not changed. We're right in the 400s. Now, look at this data. Talk about a bounce back, a very strong bounce back. Look at this information. I'm going to jump over to, and I'm going to make it a full screen. Okay, here we go. Going back to the data. March, homes listed down 10%. April, down 51%. That was the worst of it. May, down 33%. June, down 2%. What's going to happen in July? We're going to be up because we're going to swing back. We're 6 days into July, and there was a holiday in the middle, and look at this. We're already 8% ahead. This is the wackiness that happens in the real estate market. Now let's look at pendings. March, down 10%. April, down 48%. May, down 22%. Notice how April was the worst of it. June, up 11%. Okay? Don't pay attention to this pending number month to date. Many offices don't mark their properties pending over the weekend and during holidays, so don't pay any attention to that. But it's interesting to see that we are snapping back. Okay, the market is coming back. Will we make up the ground? No, we will not. There was a part of me that wondered if we would back earlier in the year. I said, gee, will we make it up? No, we won't. It's clear as day to me that there is going to be a hole in the year. And what do I mean by a hole in the year? It all starts with properties listed, my friends. Look at this. Look at this. Every year back in March, see where my mouse is, the little hand. We continue upward until we get to May. This year we fell off the cliff. Then we climbed back. But I had said to you guys back in May that we would overcompensate. We would get up here to 4,000 or 5,000 homes listed. I was wrong about that. That's one I was wrong about. And you're not going to see it now. May you see more homes listed in July? Yes, you will. Will you see more listed in August? Yes. Do I think we'll make up for this hole right here? I don't. And because of that, there will be overall there will be less pendings. Because of that, overall, there will be less solds. But does that mean that prices will fall? I do not think so. I do not see it happening. I don't. The only way you can have prices fall is if there is a dramatic amount of homes for sale, an inventory that is too high and it's not getting eaten up fast enough. We are going to be putting a blog out probably tomorrow that says, don't worry, buyers, this won't last forever. We're dealing with a situation where we have buyers that are very frustrated, in some cases taking it out on realtors here at our company, at other companies. We also have realtors that are very frustrated. We have some realtors right now that are like ready to throw their hands up with the business saying, God, I can't get any offers accepted. I'm working with all these buyers. They're not getting accepted. Well, buyers, here's my message to you. Your realtor is probably doing the absolute best they can to get your offer accepted. But you have to understand, if there are 15 homes for sale, if there are 15 offers on a home, okay, there's only one that's going to win. Just one. Not four. There's no such thing as accepting 4 offers or 5 offers. You can only accept one. So give your realtor a break. If your realtor is out there working hard, showing you properties, writing offers, talking to the listing agent, getting all the information that they can get, if you're putting your best foot forward and being realistic with your offer and not saying, well, is the market going to crash? You know, if there's 100 people looking at a home and there's talk of 10 plus offers, you're not in a position to say, is the market going to crash? I want to offer less. You can only do that sort of thing when you see homes that aren't selling. And there are a few of those out there. Those are the homes to strike on. If you see homes that were listed 2 and 3 months ago, there's still some out there that listed during COVID, and they kind of just got like, they kind of fell by the wayside. If they're out there, go after those homes, okay? But just remember, only one offer can get accepted. And sellers, if you're not listing for a good reason, totally understandable. If you're not listing because you don't know where you're going to go, or you are worried about COVID-19 coming in your home, you're likely making a mistake. You should talk to some real estate professionals. The realtors at our company are making safety a priority, are making health a priority. That is part of our presentation now. We have done a ton, okay? Probably more than any other company by way of safety. I bought 1,000 masks back in the first week of April. We've been buying booties by the thousands. Okay, we've been buying gloves. Our realtors have been buying gloves. That's in addition to the things that our agents are buying. Safety is a number one priority to us. In addition to that, making sure that our clients end up where they want to end up is very important to us. Someone not having somewhere to move to would be a tragedy to us. It would be very disheartening to us. So we make sure that won't happen. And if you're a buyer or a seller/buyer, that's looking to buy something very unique that one of our realtors feels, you better wait till you find what you want, fine, they're going to tell you. Okay, they're going to tell you. But don't just hold back and not call because of that. So like I said, we have a less than a 4-week housing supply. That makes a lot of sense. First tell people don't worry, then tell them we have historically low housing supply. My friends, I tell it like it is. I bring you the data each and every week, and I will see you next week once again at 3 o'clock to go over the housing data. I will tell you now, homes listed will be up, homes pending will be up. The percentage of homes pending will go back down to around 20, 21, 20%, something like that, 19%. Homes sold will start to increase. Those are my predictions. See you then. Make it a good week.